Welcome back to Mira Business FM. This is Daybreak with me, Inzamam Rashid. It is just gone 1 o'clock on Friday. Thank God it's Friday, the best day of the week, undoubtedly. Hope you're going to have a fantastic weekend ahead. We're here with you until 2 o'clock. So we've just got under an hour left of the show this afternoon. Broadcasting to you live from the Art of Living Mall. Remember, you can catch us on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button at Mira Business FM. Now, today we're diving into a fascinating story that blends food, culture, and geopolitics, the rise of Russian cuisine in Dubai, something that you may have noticed if you've been here over the last few years. And we'll be looking at how restaurants are becoming a bridge between Moscow and the Emirates. So just last month, a new restaurant called Dubai opened in the heart of Moscow, just a stone's throw away from the Bolshoi Theatre. It's not your typical kind of themed eatery. Think $62 caviar top chips and $33 bowls of borscht and $100 glasses of wines, all served in a setting kind of designed to capture the glitz and glamour of Dubai, which we are very lucky to have. I think it's a curious reversal. While Dubai has long welcomed Russian flavors, Moscow is now celebrating Dubai through food as well. But here in the UAE, the trend is moving in the opposite direction. Hundreds of thousands of Russians settling in Dubai over the past few years, millions visiting annually. Their taste, traditions and cuisines are making the mark on the city's already diverse food scene. And it is really diverse and has been for a very, very long time. We're now seeing Russian karaoke lounges, banya-inspired spas, restaurants with tie-ins, and a surge of Russian food companies participating in Gulf Food, the world's biggest F&B showcase. I was there at the last one, and huge number of Russian suppliers and restaurants and all that kind of stuff being involved in Gulf Food. I think what was once a niche is slowly but surely becoming part of Dubai's mainstream dining culture. So what does this mean for restaurateurs, for consultants who shape Dubai's food landscape, and for diners eager to explore something new? To help answer that, I'm joined by Alexander Syrne. He's the founder of Why Not, a Dubai-based restaurant consultancy firm that has been closely watching and in many ways probably shaping the trends that we are seeing in Dubai today. Alexander, thank you so much for joining us on Mira Business FM.
Hello, thank you.
Lovely to have you.
Having me here.
Gotta have you. First question, why were you late?
Because Dubai is now terrible in terms of traffic.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming back. For us, it's very good.
It is very good. It is very good for you guys, definitely.
Business coming back. Coming back.
Exactly. Look, Alexander, firstly, I want to ask a bit about yourself. How long have you been out in Dubai, and what have you been doing for the time that you've been here?
Almost 11 years already. This November I will celebrate, and all this time I was doing restaurants, different kind of restaurants, nightclubs, and if I'm Russian, it doesn't mean I was doing only Russian restaurants.
Sure.
I was doing a lot of multicultural, multinational restaurants and projects. Plus, I'm doing events here. And now I'm involved in a lot of sport activities, sport business, yeah.
So a full kind of portfolio there. But particularly on restaurants, you played a vital role in bringing some of the biggest kind of named restaurants here into Dubai. Can you tell us a bit about that and the role that you played in bringing those names here?
Yes, when I moved here, I was behind Novikov, first branch in Sheikh Zayed Road, on Sheikh Zayed Road. Unfortunately, it didn't exist long, like 2 years, I think. Now it's opened in unlicensed in Dubai Mall, but it doesn't connect anymore to Fundamental Group. I was behind Cipriani, Gaia, Crab Market, so a lot of projects.
Big names.
Yeah, big name. Belcanto, maybe not. Belcanto is one of the, I think, biggest and the most complicated projects I have done in Dubai Opera. Very successful, famous, and it's now one of my big thing I'm proud of.
Yeah, amazing. We'll come on to some of the kind of the work, consultancy work that you do, and how that's changed over the years as well. But specifically, I want to talk about Russian cuisine, and that's because I think anecdotally, and now the facts probably back it up, we've seen that Russian cuisine, Russian dining has been on the rise in Dubai drastically as well over the last few years. Have you kind of observed a demand kind of shifting toward Russian cuisine and concepts in Dubai over the last few years? Have you seen that rise?
Yes, particularly because I was doing Babushka Slavic restaurant, and we're not saying about Russian cuisine there, we're saying about Slavic cuisine. Of course, it was like political situation that time when we was opening. It was right in the beginning of all this now political situation what we have in the world, and of course for us it was big challenge to open Russian restaurant in Dubai, considering that we are targeting not only Russians but Ukrainians, Kazakh people. Doesn't matter. We were glad to see everyone there. So. In reality, I don't see any big demand, in Russian cuisine. But we was trying to, to do this demand, to let people know that Russian cuisine is not only borscht and pelmeni and all this, caviar. And particularly in Berezka and Babushka, we showed that Russian cuisine is much more and could appeal any taste. If you're Indian, if you're Pakistani, if you're from any part of the world, Russian cuisine is very big and heartful and really tasty.
Have you noticed over the last few years that there are more and more Russian kind of concepts, restaurants opening up? Have you seen an increase in that demand?
I see in both ways. They all want to be here, but let's say, unfortunately, not all of them, trying to customize themselves for this market, and they are not ready for challenges. They are not ready to pay these prices of the rent. They're not ready to have challenges with staff and with competition. They are kings and queens there. When they come here, they feel themselves the same way, but unfortunately, Dubai slapped them hardly.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of concepts. I'd say I think your guys and your consultants also from real estate will prove this, that 50% of new establishments are failing. Unfortunately.
Interesting. What do you think is driving the growth in Russian kind of themed offerings, Russian restaurants? Is it primarily the huge expat community that's been arriving to Dubai over the last few years? Is it curiosity? Are people curious now about kind of Russian cuisine, trade? Has that got something to do with it? What's the driving?
Both. I think, first of all, of course, expats and crowd moved to Dubai. Russian-speaking crowd. I'm not saying particularly about Russians, but a lot of everyone from USSR countries. They moving here, establishing here businesses, buying real estate. This is number one. Of course, I think second trend is a lot of Arab people now traveling to Moscow, St. Petersburg. They're trying cuisine, and they're really amazed about the culture of service. First of all, they're amazed not only about food, but culture service. In Moscow and St. Petersburg, I think never in the world, nowhere in the world, you will find this approach to the customer. We never call them customer, we never call them client, we call them guests, and this real, not words. This like in past 15 years, dramatically change of level of the service. This is number one. Second, of course, cuisine. Cuisine is what you must try, and it's really amazing flavors, and people are like over limited, I think, thinking that Russian cuisine is only borscht and pelmeni. And when they are coming to Moscow or St. Petersburg or anywhere, they try real Russian cuisine, Slavic cuisine, and they see what it is.
So talk us through some of that Russian cuisine. I'm quite a novice to Russian cuisine. Although I've just had a Russian kind of themed cafe open near where I live. There is also a new kind of Russian themed restaurant that has opened on Marina recently as well, very near to me. What is the kind of Russian cuisine? What food is it mainly?
We don't, surprisingly, we don't have any product which will define Russian cuisine. We are doing masterpieces from anything. Like we were saying, if you have potato and mayonnaise in your fridge, we will do masterpiece. Especially chefs I'm working with. My number one chef, and unfortunately, fortunate for him, he moved back to St. Petersburg. He's doing an amazing project there. Chef with whom we opened Babushka. He's real super talent. And
so what makes Russian cuisine Russian? Is it just the guy who's putting it together, or?
Sure. No, of course, your mom could do better borscht than my chef, but he's genius. What defines his talent is how he can combine all these tastes, not overplay with localization.
Yeah.
My approach: do not play with localization. You can't do borscht with hummus or whatever. So you can't play. If you want to present your type of cuisine, your culture, you need to do it authentically.
Just coming back onto the idea of many Russians coming to Dubai, I've got some stats here. The number of Russian tourists to the UAE climbed to over 1 million visited in 2022. 700,000 reportedly gained UAE residency by early 2023. Then more than 2 million Russians and Eastern Europeans visited the UAE in 2023, around 13% of total tourists of Dubai. So that has been increasing dramatically, and particularly over the last few years with geopolitical tensions, a lot of people finding kind of new places, and Dubai being one of them, to kind of move their, whether it's their assets, move their business, move their whole lifestyle towards as well. Over the last 11 years, what have you seen in terms of the want and need from specifically Russian customers? Are they looking for a bit of taste of home? Are they looking for a place to go to and kind of feel a bit familiar as well?
Sure. Of course. When we was doing the first Russian project, Berezka, everybody was looking at me like, what? First of all, they couldn't spell this name, Berezka. What are you doing, Alex? Come on, stop it. And we showed significantly successful project. In first location, the point now it's demolishing Nahil, and Nahil moved them to Nahil Mall, and again crazy success. Of course, this is where people speaking with you same language, where people singing in karaoke same songs.
Yeah.
And of course, food. When we was doing Babushka, it was like we put all together what we learned from our childhood. We remember what Babushka did, how her summer garden, summer house was looking like, and we, implemented everything from our childhood.
So a bit of nostalgia for Russians.
And it was surprisingly for us that all the nationalities who came to Babushka, they said, "Oh, we had the same like furniture, we had the same," and we understood that Babushka for everybody, grandma is grandma, and food, maybe all these piroshki and all this stuff are pretty much the same for everyone, and everything what we had there, like kids was having the same.
So you were finding that it wasn't just kind of targeting that Russian nostalgia, it was hitting
Everyone.
people from all different cultures.
Doesn't matter.
That's really interesting. One thing that has been flagged to me, particularly by Russian people themselves, that they take a lot of pride in the service, as you mentioned, but also quality of products, making sure that they are getting the kind of best of best products to create whatever masterpiece they want to create in the kitchen. How important is that? What is the kind of mindset and the style of a Russian chef and a Russian kind of restaurant group that wants to create that kind of food?
If we're talking about Russian cuisine, is very simple products and very simple food, but of course quality is number one. And for us, when I was doing first, when I was opening Babushka, it was quite challenging because not a lot of companies was supplying our like buckwheat, for example. We're eating a lot, and special for Uzbek food, because Babushka was not only about Russian, it was international and USSR cuisines all combined together in this restaurant. So Uzbeks, they're using special kind of rice, carrot for pilaf. So for us, it was very challenging. Now we have big companies here who's supplying very good products and at very reasonable price. So prices are here now almost the same as in Moscow. So
interesting. Has that changed over the last 11 years, though?
Yeah, sure.
In what way?
It is the same now. So chefs are coming, and surprisingly, some of the products are cheaper here than in Moscow, because in Moscow you have a lot of now sanctions and a lot of stuff which they are bringing from abroad are very expensive. Here you can find anything. When we was opening Belcanto, my chef was surprised, and he says he was opening restaurants all over the world, everywhere. He said Dubai is number one place in the world where you can find anything what you want, chef wants, in 1 hour. Any kind of seafood, any kind of species, everything is here. He was really surprised, and he loved to work here.
Do you think that has caused a big influx in Russian dining as well in recent years? The geopolitical issues that we're seeing in Russia, of course, a lot of sanctions and all that kind of stuff. But do you think that that's pushed a lot of people to out here in Dubai because they know, one, they can get their produce a lot cheaper. They can also get the export quality produce, which is usually some of the best stuff. Is that been big driving factors of that as well?
Sure. I'm having a lot of clients who's not consulting only in restaurants, but a lot of people who's bringing their products here. They're producing in Russia. They have big manufacturing there, and they're bringing here. And of course, it bringing us more cheap and nice and very, very quality products here.
Interesting. I also want to touch base on Dubai a little bit, because it seems that perhaps it is a bit of a saturated market out here for restaurants in general. There's over 13,000
only
outlets
Dubai.
And only Dubai restaurants. Exactly, only Dubai.
Second place in the world now after Paris. Can you imagine?
Well, there we go. And it's growing. This is the thing. It's growing and growing.
Overheating.
Of course. Do niche concepts like, I guess, Russian food, which I think is fair to say a niche concept, but is probably growing to be more of a mainstream concept given the number of people that are relocating here. Do you think niche concepts like Russian cuisine kind of help brands stand out, or do they kind of risk being lost within the thousands and thousands of other restaurants here?
I'm always saying to my clients, if you want to be successful, you need to have a definition of yourself, a definition of your concept of your menu, and you will be drawn if you will be the same. If you want to be universal, if you want to be appeal to all the tastes and have in your menu sushi, pasta, whatever, and sushi combined with pasta, please.
It's too complicated.
Don't come here and. Don't even start because you need to be unique. Here in Dubai, you understand what I'm saying. You need to be unique in terms of everything, not only food, but atmosphere, location, interior, service, everything. You can't, do something bad, and you don't have second chance in Dubai.
As a restaurant consultant and being out here in the UAE for the last 11 years, what kind of operational challenges have you noticed for a restaurant when it's launching? I guess also specific kind of cultural cuisines like Russian food, what kind of challenges have you noticed?
Doesn't matter if you open in Russian or Italian restaurant.
Same.
Challenges are the same.
Right.
Yeah, of course. Challenge number one, location, and when you find good location, challenge number two is rent. When you're paying, and it connected with challenge number three is fit out contractors, who's delaying your opening like 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and they don't care. And of course, from other side, your landlord doesn't care. If you delay your opening, you pay late opening fees, you pay your salaries and other costs. Imagine this is all, like main challenges we have here.
What have you noticed over the last 11 years with the kind of costs of rent, of those fees and things like that? How has it changed?
It's jumping up and down, but I think in recent years, as dirham is stabilized, not only Dubai Mall. Only Dubai Mall is they having rise up to 20-30% every year, and doesn't matter. It doesn't affect. People want to be there. They want to be, crazy demand of being in Dubai Mall.
So where are some of the hotspots now? If you were to open a restaurant today, where would you be looking to have a restaurant, and why there?
Of course, I think Dubai Hills area, here, Dubai Hills Mall. A lot of Russian concepts are opening there and already open because of the crowd around Dubai Hills Mall is like mainly, I think, Russian-speaking crowd. Of course, Dubai Mall downtown still in big demand. Palm and GBR.
Interesting. Can I get your take on some of the places that you have helped set up out here as well? Obviously, you've worked extremely hard over the last 11 years to bring some big brands and concepts to the UAE. Again, what were some of the challenges that you faced in bringing, something that was already a kind of a brand name to the UAE? What kind of challenges did you face then, and what kind of lessons did you learn from your first kind of few openings in the UAE that you use very much now in your consultancy work?
Challenges when you're bringing brands, I don't see big challenges, especially when you're submitting your concept with developers. Because, for example, if your concept is like Novikov, it was existing and very successful in London. So for us, wasn't people are fighting to get Novikov.
Sure. Was it in Istanbul already as well?
No, not this.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was third location in the world when we opened first Novikov. When you open in big name, you don't have any challenges. You have full support from developers. We have big challenges when you're opening. For example, when I was opening Babushka, I created this concept. I created this name. And for me, still surprisingly, why Miras believed in me. They knew me, of course. I opened a lot of concepts with them. But it's like, all these things combined together, and they want something Slavic there, and I made showed to them that something unique and interesting.
Tell us a bit about the concept of Babushka. What kind of a spot is that? What kind of did you incorporate into that venue?
So it was when we found this location that was existing restaurant, but unfortunately unsuccessful. Sorry, and we agreed with Mira. They will give us this location. We will do very fast in 3 months. Very fast renovation. This was like a must because it was the start of the season, and we entered this venue June, and we already opened November with 1 month's delay, very fast. So we created concept that it was a combination of everything about Babushka, your grandmother. Ground floor was Babushka summer house, and everything like interior-wise and atmosphere was everything about that. And first floor, upper floor was everything about like lifestyle entertainment, and we called it Babushka city apartment. That she's very rich and very successful. She's wife of like somebody working in Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah.
So and we made there a lot of its multicultural concept. It was about stand-up, disco, karaoke, everything there.
Interesting. I just, we're going to go to the news very, very shortly, and I want you to stay with us, if that's okay, Alexander. There's so much still to unpick with you. I really want to talk about Gulf food as well, because there's a huge kind of food festival that happens here every year, and we've seen a huge increase in Russian food companies in the region coming to Gulf food. So I really want to touch base on that as well. We'll talk a bit more about your role as a consultant out here in Dubai. Just before we do go to the news, your favorite Russian restaurant in Dubai, have you got one?
Russian? Not now, I think, because I haven't opened yet my new establishment.
But there's one
no,
coming?
I'd say I think now my favorite is of course still Berezka.
But your favorite restaurant in general?
Favorite Gaia. Number
Gaia,
one, still Gaia.
It's a great restaurant, fantastic restaurant. Alexander Syrne, the founder of Why Not? Stay there, please. We will come back to you very, very shortly. Loads to talk about the rise of Russian food here in Dubai as the influx of Russians come to the UAE as well. This is Mira Business FM. You're listening to Daybreak with me, Inzamam Rashid. Coming up next, we have the latest business headlines.
Mira Business FM.
Welcome back. You are listening to Mira Business FM. This is Daybreak with me, Inzamam Rashid. We've got around 30 minutes left of today's show before the weekend officially begins. For the last half an hour or so, we've been talking about the rise of Russian food in Dubai. We've been talking about restaurants in the UAE as well. And we've been talking about that with the help of Alexander Syrne. He's the founder of Why Not, a Dubai-based restaurant consultancy firm, which has been working closely with a number of firms, bringing them here into the UAE, shaping the trends of the dining scene in the UAE over the last few years as well. And we've had a fascinating conversation so far, Alexander. Thank you so much for being with us here on Mira Business FM. We've been talking specifically about kind of Russian expats, particularly kind of who are interested in the dining scene out here, who want a bit of a taste of home. But there was a great stat that I found at Gulf Food in 2024, a record 97 Russian food companies from 32 regions showcased their products across the Gulf Food Pavilion, which is huge down at the World Trade Center. Just highlights a kind of growing trade and interest in Russian food and also imports. How important is an event like that in kind of highlighting and promoting what Russian food is all about and the way you guys kind of handle food?
First of all, thanks to them that thanks to these companies, we have now ability, to bring quality food to the table because they are supplying food we know and products we know. I don't want to say that, but thanks to sanctions, they develop themselves in terms of quality. They understand that they know they need to conquer other markets, and this is great for Russia, for Russian manufacturers, and for us, of course.
So we'll come back to the Gulf food point in a short, but that's a very interesting point you said. The whole sanctions on Russia, you think it's kind of made people think outside the box and go, okay, how can we kind of navigate and work better, harder, stronger to particularly in this industry?
Of course. We are joking Russians. Whenever in the world wherever they will be, they will find the way. They will find the way, either to create something, how to, let's say, system won't recognize they are doing something bad. And but other people, they are thinking themselves how how to think outside the box, how to increase quality and to increase markets. And one of the guy, he's supporting us very much now in hockey. He's sponsoring all our hockey activities in terms of kits and a professional team. He's a big manufacturer in Russia, and of course now they are bringing their products here in UAE. And for us, is very like in terms of sport, is very, very important, because they are supporting us. They want this market, and through sport, they're showing that they're already here.
When you think of these numbers that I'm from Gulf Food, 97 Russian food companies from 32 regions, the highest it had ever been at Gulf Food. With your consultancy hat on, what does that make you think? Like, what does that make you think about the market out here in Dubai?
In terms of growing numbers of, obviously, we see that number of people is growing in Dubai, and of course, number of expats, and all they want their food, they want to buy their products. This is obvious, and these manufacturers, they understand they are competing in terms of quality and price with world manufacturers. This is super good.
What kind of, how do you recommend blending kind of cultural authenticity with Dubai's multicultural dining culture that is here? Kind of what elements of Russia have people brought to Dubai to integrate into the scene here?
Again?
I guess it's understanding what if the people of Russia who are coming here in their hundreds of thousands, what are they bringing to Dubai to also kind of mix into the multicultural dining destination that Dubai is?
I think maybe a way of how we treat people. How we treat people, how we serve food, and way of presenting, through food, welcomeness, and how we love people, and we don't care who you are, from where you are, and as long as you're, I think it's everywhere in the world, but we want to also show that from doesn't matter who you are, welcome, come sit with us, drink vodka, eat caviar, all this.
Sounds like a great night.
Yeah.
Alex, I just want to ask you specifically, you said earlier before we went to the news that Gaia is hands down one of your favorite venues in Dubai. It is undoubtedly incredibly successful, part to you working and bringing that concept here. Why is it so successful? What makes a restaurant like Gaia so successful in this market?
Taste. I think first of all is simplicity, but at the same time taste, and every product brought to a table is Chef Izo. He's creating unique taste of every dish, but he's not overplaying with the product. He's not doing something crazy. He's not doing this molecular stuff, and he's not evaporating, water from fish, and drink this water, doing gelée from product as it is, but with his approach, with his genius, and what he's doing in all his projects is absolutely incredible.
How do you feel when you see kind of those fancy dining restaurants where very small kind of portion on the plate, and they're melting things when they pour water on or whatever. All these kind of things. Things come with smoke coming out of them and all that. How do you feel when you see that? Is there a space for that, or do you kind of feel like, just focus on the food, focus on the great produce that is available out in a place like Dubai?
Of course. It's like, for example, for your entertainment, you use Netflix every day, right? To fulfill your hunger, you go to your favorite restaurant. But time to time, you're going to this theme restaurant, and you want to see something incredible, like Krasota, also Russian restaurant made by White Rabbit family, Boris Zarkov. He's genius, and he made this show restaurant. Strongly recommend everyone to go there. Krasota, I think one of the best now Russian restaurants in Dubai in terms of show.
So you said Gaia, one of your favorites. What are the successful restaurants have there been in Dubai, and what's the reason? Again, I'm sure taste will be a big part of it, but Dubai kind of, it feels like here you've got to do more than just deliver good food.
What are the examples of good restaurants? I'd say, of course, Cipriani, one of my...
And what's the reasons behind it? I'd love to know the reasons why.
No, it's brand. Everybody knows Cipriani, and it's like more than already, I don't know, maybe 50 years. I don't want to be mistaken, and it's big brand. And of course, behind this big brand, traditions and quality. I won't say it's like unusually tasty Italian food. It's really tasty, but nothing special. But it's served in traditional way. How they treat, how they meet and greet you in front of the restaurants. Restaurant doors, amazing. But other examples from other groups, Sushi Samba, I'd say, Zuma, all these big names, and it's big, I think, effort for them to keep for such a long time to keep quality.
This was going to be my next question. They've stood the test of time.
And we see other examples. For example, Nusret, what's happening with him now. God bless, everything will be back on track, but you see, I think one of the challenges was that quality was not so great, but price was
sky high. This is the thing in Dubai as well. It seems that there is sometimes a big turnover of hospitality and dining spots out here. You do see some that have lasted the test of time. Gaia, for example, Zuma, even as you mentioned before, Amazonico is still doing very, very well.
Quite a few
have stayed and still remain, but there are many that try and fail pretty quickly as
number
well.
one place in the world in terms of number of opened restaurant and closed restaurant
is Dubai.
Yes,
very interesting. What is it about Dubai that can, if you get it right, you can stay and you can enjoy it and you can be fruitful. If you don't get it right, you can shut down, waste a lot of money, and that's you done.
This is the case, and I think unfortunately, more than 60% of all openings going this way. They are suffering, putting more money, even successful projects back home. A lot, as I mentioned, a lot of Russian concepts they opened here, but they failed a lot. This is challenge, and you can't predict 100% if you're super successful, if you have big chain of restaurants maybe if you have big chain of restaurants all over the world and it's successful, like 60 to 70% you will be successful here. But a lot of examples different. They are successful all over the world, but Dubai showing it
doesn't work for them.
It doesn't work, or people doesn't need that here.
Obviously, I know you charge, I'm sure, quite a bit for your consultancy, but what kind of advice would you give to a restaurant who's looking to open in Dubai today? What's your one kind of golden piece of advice that you give that business?
Think strongly about your, as we already discussed that you need to define strongly your concept. You need to be unique. You need to be unique, and you need to understand why you are unique. Because people, for example, first consultation, I'm asking them why you think you will be successful here. What is your uniqueness? We are super tasty. We have, but I'm saying everybody's tasty. Everybody having same level of service here. Show me something your USP. Why people want to leave their favorite restaurant aside and come to you, even for the first time. It's a big challenge to bring people even to try. Why should I go? We have 13,000 restaurants around, and
Why you?
Why should I choose you? Of course, if they will invite me, and even I think these influencers, bloggers, they're choosing now where to go every day, and they have free food everywhere.
It's crazy. Alexander Syrne, the founder of Why Not, a consultancy-based firm here in Dubai for restaurants, been joining us on Mira Business FM this afternoon. I just want to ask you a bit about Russian cuisine, whether it can become mainstream in Dubai's F&B offerings. Do you think it can? Do you think it will get to a point where it will?
I think I think it could be, yes. But it shouldn't be efforts of one particular person. It should be efforts of everyone.
The whole community. Yeah.
Yes, whole community, and together with chefs, together with government, and together with we need to show to the world that Russian cuisine, Slavic cuisine, is something unbelievable.
Final question from me.
Especially buckwheat.
Oh, yeah, buckwheat's great.
I think it's underestimated greatly, because in terms of healthy food, it's number one.
Kind of like a mix between like quinoa and like rice and that kind of thing, right?
Quinoa is very specific in terms of taste, but with buckwheat you can do whatever you want.
So good with like chicken, with salmon. It's very good with those proteins, yeah.
With beef cheeks, it was my favorite dish in Babushka, and still with beef cheeks, what chef did with and it was a parmesan foam, and this kind of.
Stop it! I haven't had lunch yet. I haven't had lunch.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and a lot of like sweet things you can do with grechka is in Russian buckwheat. So
Okay, yeah.
So you can do a lot of things with underestimated product.
Yeah. My final question from me, Alexander, and thank you so much for your time. It's been a really fascinating conversation, and your insight is so valuable. If you could open a dream restaurant in Dubai, if you could work towards opening a dream restaurant in Dubai, tell me that concept. I mean, it's probably in your head already, and it's probably an idea that you might not want to share.
That's what we now just was talking about. I think is my dream is maybe to do something around this product. This mono product concept around buckwheat, and maybe in like a few. Not years, I don't know when I'll do this concept, and I have of course in my mind how to do it and name of this concept. I think it's not dream, it will be one of my concepts which we'll be doing in nearest future.
So buckwheat will be the main ingredient,
yes.
And you build a whole concept around this star ingredient.
Yes.
Very interesting. Well, look, you heard it here first. Alexander Syrne working on a concept to bring buckwheat to Dubai and building around it. It's fascinating. Alexander, thank you so much for your time. You've given us some...
Second advice. You ask, I just...
go on. Another piece of advice. Go on, tell us.
You need to have a lot of money.
You
need to be ready that your investment will be much more than you was investing in the same kind of concept back home.
And you got to be prepared to lose a bit in the first place. Yeah.
You need to be prepared. You will lose 100%.
Well, look, the advice from someone who's been here 11 years, a lot of success out here. Alexander, thank you so much for your time, for joining us on Mira Business FM. You can, of course, listen back to that full interview, watch back that full interview on the YouTube page. Just hit subscribe. You'll get all those interviews news coming through to you from the Daybreak on Mira Business FM. Alexander, would love to get you back soon, hopefully with some buckwheat next time. Yeah.
I'm bringing some samples already.
There we go. There we go. We can't ask for more, really. Alexander Syrne, the founder of Why Not, thank you so much. We'll be back
Thank you.
after this short break.